About 2 years ago, it was brought to our attention by our board and our plant committee that we were going to need to replace these HVAC units.
They were pretty beat up. The units did not have hail guards on them or anything, so the condensers were in real bad shape.
When you hear that you're going to be using a helicopter in the middle of Chicago, it's a little worrisome. How might the community respond? How might this go over?
Initially, we looked at this project late 2022 and started pricing and providing proposals for St. Pat's.
We went out to bid to 3 different companies, and EMCOR stood at the top of that.
It's not always the most exciting thing to be pumped about a roof. From the library to our athletic fields to engineering labs and media tech labs, and the list goes on, and updating our roof and updating our HVAC is part of a broader set of upgrades that we've been doing for the last 3 years.
And without an HVAC system, we can't have a school. We knew that this was an absolute priority to get this done. We need to secure our building for the next 30 years.
Okay, we're starting up. Johnny, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
There's been a big buildup about this project taking place with helicopters coming to lift off the units. So it was pretty cool to see.
This project consisted of replacing 22 rooftop units on a single lift. First phase I would call demo and disconnect. Existing ductwork had to be replaced because we're coordinating with the roofing contractor who's replacing the roof at the same time, and then preparing for the lift day.
On the helicopter day, Midwest helicopter shows up an hour before. We have a brief of how they're going to approach the job and come up with a plan together.
We're picking at about 10 o'clock, but he's probably going to pick a little bit before that.
Our field team really had a good plan in place with Midwest helicopter, and the day of the lift really went off without a hitch.
With any capital improvement, it takes an army to get that done. Big part of that is the Board of Trustees, our alumni, and our benefactors. Without their support, this would never be possible.
Community that is the St. Pat's community embraces the building and its mission. And people in general, when we tell our story, understand the importance of this school.
This HVAC project is our most expensive, but something that we had to get done. EMCOR did a phenomenal job of finding us any rebate that was available to try to keep our costs down.
They qualified for over $120,000 in incentive money and rebate for this project, just for updating the units.
They're a lot more efficient units than the ones we replaced, and usually should last at least 20-25 years.
It does take a lot off of our shoulders not worrying about the sustainability of our building because of the roof.
There's 22 total?
Yeah.
No problem. Wow, looks good, man.
Working with the team over here at St. Pat's was phenomenal. It's nice to work for somebody that trusts you, and it showed in the work how smooth everything went.
EMCOR was nothing but a pleasure to work with. Their attention to detail, their responsiveness, knowing that they had a deadline to hit before our young men come back to our building to start school. It was an absolute pleasure, and we couldn't be happier. Great job. Thank you so much.
You got it.
It was awesome. It's great.